Hello and howdy ho everyone, Foxy Games here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. In the last episode, we finally found our way into Eulmore. It was a bit of a tricky situation and kind of relied on happenstance, but we're in. We've gotten cleaned up and now we're about to go and meet our benefactors, such as they are. We'll need directions to the Chai residence. Yes, the Chais. Apparently a very kind family. Apparently they did kick their old painter out, so who knows how kind they really are. You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Eulmore spend their days. We learned this in the last episode. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there like as not. Up the stairs we go then, and we'll be able to check out Eulmore proper. Let's take a look at the first landing. Who are you, Triala? Welcome to the Ulmoran Army Headquarters. That said, there's likely not much here to interest you. Really? Well, I'll be the judge of that. There's a cage here with no one in it. There's a cage here with no one in it. Looks more like they store stuff here than anything. There's a cage here with no one in it. There's an Ethernet shard here, which I will grab. Judric. With so many people crammed into Eulmore, most beasties know better than to come knocking, which means most days me and mine can rest easy. There are a few marks that keep mostly to the water that we try to keep an eye on, though. These are hunts. We're not going to worry about them. 2 more cages with no occupants. You'll mainly find soldiers here in headquarters. Our army is made up of both free and bonded citizens, but all are dedicated to protecting Eulmore and its people's interests. If you're wondering about all the storage rooms here, one of the army's responsibilities is to ensure that all staple goods and resources are accounted for and stored securely. So you people are more like dedicated quartermasters these days. Oh look, a prisoner. Look around all you like, but whatever you do, don't lock me in here when you leave. Oh, he's not a prisoner. I haven't seen you before. Are you a newly bonded citizen? If you're here to fetch something, you'll want to speak with Cassard in the storage room over there. Oh, that would be him. Well, we're not looking for anything, so... And did we speak to you already? Yes, we did. Well, not much of interest here, so let's continue upward. Alright, the canopy. The canopy is designed to be a pleasurable space in which free citizens might spend their time, so mind yourself. I will not hesitate to remove you at the first hint of incivility. Well, before we go find the Chais, we'll take a quick look around. Lairbird. What a name. I actually quite like it. Beyond this lift, you will find the residences of Eulmore's free citizens, or you would were you authorized to enter, which you are not. Fair enough. Let's go out along the sky front, where we get a view of the not-so-beautiful Kalusha. I'm sure it was beautiful at one point, but, well, you can see the sad state it's in. It looks like there even used to be more city out that way. Perhaps more of Eulmore. The view is absolutely gorgeous, wouldn't you agree? How generous of Lord Vothry to allow the deserving to partake in it. I wouldn't call this view gorgeous. Maybe if it wasn't for this light casting this sepia filter over the land. But, you know, these people find the devastation nice. You wish to descend to the buttress? I'll call the lift for you then. I do not. I'm just looking. Ah, well, we found our way around. And the chais are over there, but let's speak to some of these other people. It's my money, and I'll spend it how I please. He's going to make himself ill again. He always says that I should tell him to stop before he drinks too much, but does he ever listen to when I do? No. Oh dear. You don't have the look of a free citizen. Who's your patron? I highly recommend the food here. And yes, I'm the one that makes it, but it was good enough to get me in as a bonded citizen, along with my whole family, so this isn't really my ego talking. Oh, lucky you. How about you? I may have overindulged in wine a touch, though does it matter? Well, it's life at the end of the world. You decide whether or not it matters. I'm a free citizen, so I'm not required to work, but I like it. It's nice to feel as if I'm contributing, even just by helping people drown their sorrows. Oh, you seem like a decent sort. Ah, here we are, the chais. Chinas. Well, what is it? Spit it out, then. And duly a chai. Well, I see she has overindulged.
Oh, who's this then?
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you are in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful! Welcome to Eulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Your assistant who you cannot name in voice-acted cutscenes.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all.
Well, that's not a lie. We've been through some shit together.
Of all people, 'tis she who best understands my work. With her unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than her being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city she has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for her priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on her behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have her wish. She shall be free to roam to her heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Well, I see who wears the pants in this relationship. Of course, Alphino does not like them very much, considering they're the whole reason that the other artist, whose name I already forgot, was thrown from the banister. If my wife has given her permission, then you need not seek my say-so. All I ask is that you behave yourself, draw no attention, and be respectful at all times. Well, that's kind of our thing. Off you go, the city is yours to explore. Oh, but do be careful along those outer walkways. I should be most upset if you were to slip and fall. I'm sure. I'm sure you felt that way about the last guy, too. Now you have the opportunity to experience Eulmore. I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Yes, of course. We have a very fancy-looking Dark Knight over here. Very nice. Dark Knight was the canonical Warrior of Light / Warrior of Darkness job during Shadowbringers. And look at this fucking potato. Look at that mustache. Look at that beard. Look at that hair! My god! Normally I don't like facial hair, or big hair on dudes, but god, he looks amazing. And what about you? Well, you just look lovely, don't you? Oh, that is, that's good. That's Bayonetta right there, basically. Yes, I approve. Anyway, with that aside, we have the run of Eulmore now, for the most part. Now, we could try to take the aetherite, but according to the messages engraved in the base, special permission is required to use this aetherite. Why would this stop us? Well, you'll see. Now, we do have other people to speak with here, like Moen. Something about you seems so very... No, it can't be. As if I could have possibly seen my future business partner in a dream. What a preposterous thing that would be. Now, isn't that fascinating? Why could that possibly be? Who are you, pretty bunny? Welcome to paradise. If there's anything that you require, our fair city will provide, and I'm certain you will absolutely love it here. What do you do here? How flattering that you should ask. I have the absolute pleasure of introducing guests and new free citizens to the wonders of Eulmore. I can only dream of someday joining their ranks, but I am ever so content to be here, watching, listening, waiting, and performing the duties that I enjoy so very much, of course. What kind of place is this? Why, this is the canopy, the towering boughs of Eulmore in bloom throughout the seasons. Here our residents revel in the many luxuries that paradise has to offer, including the breathtaking view. I do so hope that you enjoy your stay. Well, she seems happy. Perhaps a little overly so. Maybe overselling it a little bit. Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? A big, strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Well, I suppose we can go ahead and do that. Let's take a look outside here. Oh, there he is. Oh dear. Oh, that's not good. And there are people not 20 feet away, and they're not helping him. Wicked White, that was too close! Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You must think highly of your mistress. She's my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Eulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has ever been so kind to me. I can think of no other place in Kalusia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to her generosity firsthand. What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet! I must return to her immediately. Well, some of these people are positively pretentious, but it does seem that some of them are making their charges happy. Or maybe he's just a simp. I will never leave my lady's side again. My attendant told me everything. I am so very grateful you were there to offer your assistance. You truly value him, then. Or you value him highly, then. As if he were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens are the bonded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society, our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment. But in Eulmore, a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all our property, financial, intellectual, and otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom we enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. Huh. You know, the society almost sounds ideal, when you think about it. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. A tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the Beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Ahem, local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. The Beehive, huh? Well, alright. Let's go and find this Beehive. I don't think we quite saw it when we came in. Ah, okay, we saw this in the introduction. It's a burlesque club. To clarify, all the employees here are termed honeybees, but we don't all serve patrons. I'm just security. Serve patrons, huh? How subtle. Oh, what a sweet talker. Oh, dear. Well, aren't you a handsome bunny, lady? Wow, she actually looks really nice. That silver hair, the dark skin, the suit, it all works very well together. This is the Beehive, darling. Living in luxury does become ever so dull after a time, so we specialize in providing the little sting of excitement that our customers crave. Uh-huh. So in other words, this place is lewd. Strictly speaking, we're not meant to serve bonded citizens, but come back after business hours and I'll slip you something. We all need a pick-me-up once in a while, right? Oh. So in other words, he'll give us a drink when no one's looking. That's nice of you. Trista B. Welcome to the Beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day. I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you up at your ease, eh? A quick game of high or low. It's simply a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor, within reason, of course. Interested? Might as well. Let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. Three cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of your cards over, and I flip 2 of mine. The fucking triple triad music. Now what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Lower. You're going with low, then. Right, let's see what we've got. My card's add to 12, and you have 14. Oof. Shit. Aw, sorry, honeybee, but this match goes to me. Yeah, let's play again. That's what I like to hear. Let me shuffle the deck. I like her drills. Okay, now it has to be lower. She has 19 and I have 9. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about that favor. Oh my god, you're gonna make me do this again. Oh boy. Another match of high or low. Come now, little honeybee, we all need our diversions. God, it's like you're too lazy to learn triple triad, so you play high and low. Does triple triad exist in this world? Okay, now it has to be lower. Yeah. Well, well, would you look at that? I think you've a knack for this, newcomer. Congratulations. Victory is yours, as is the prize I promised. She's cute. I like her. Come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Tista what she can do for you. That's all. How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we all are from sin-eaters. They say Lord Vothry was born with the power to command them, which means no Eulmore never need raise a weapon in defense of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, then you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not that merry sort likes more than the sound of his own voice. Oof. Back for some more high or low, are we? I knew you'd be unable to resist. No thanks. Maybe another time. Oh, you mustn't tease me like that. If you change your mind, my naughty little drone, I'll be waiting. She got a wicked side to her. I don't dislike that. I can't even give this stuff away. This is the swill not so good, huh? Atharn. Was that new to Eulmore, you say? Ha! Only just arrived and you're already looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I tell you what, you hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. Oh god, really? Really? Oh, well, alright. Let's go up there. I mean, I'm hardly dressed for it. That's the way! Dance like there's no tomorrow! And what is this guy? God, that hair. Good booze and an even better view. What more could a man ask for, eh? I suppose you're right. This place is, interesting. Now that was a show! You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Ulmoran army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came into power. He's got this way with the Eaters, you see, turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say that they've become something of an ally to Eulmore, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. Pah! A toast to Lord Vothry. You've gained a preliminary sense of the city. The Chais and Alphino will be expecting your return. Alright. Let's have a quick talk with everybody here. You there. I need you to fetch my honeybee. Which honeybee? Don't be daft. The only person here who's as attractive as me, of course. There are a few. Small talk. So they do play Triple Triad. I'm not sure how you found your way in here. Perhaps you had best find your way out again. Wow. Okay, rude. If you ever meet the Queen Bee, our manager, you should count yourself lucky. He rarely shows himself, but he has an almost preternatural knack for knowing what's on people's minds. The Queen Bee is a dude. Well, I mean, it is 2021, or whatever year it is in Eulmore. So the Beehive, or whatever that place is called, it's obviously based off the Honeybee Inn from Final Fantasy VII. Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon. You needn't have hurried back. Young Alphino has yet to put brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told, or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. Well, look at you. I put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me! That last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However am I to decide? I don't recall this as part of the artistic process. Exactly. The lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... Well, I'd not... That is to say, as long as you... just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who will be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick out some jewelry next? Oh dear. See, Lady Chai seems quite nice. It's Mr. Chai who doesn't seem so, keen. I think Alphino looks simply precious in the more frilly fashions, but he seems the most comfortable in traveling wear. So I settled on his current wardrobe. It's not a common style in Eulmore, and I can just imagine the heads turning as he strides through the crowd. Alphino has a way of turning heads. I really must have your mentor concentrate on his art. Our anniversary will be upon us soon, and I promise to have a portrait to commemorate our union. I mean, let's be honest, he looks pretty damn good. Alphino, you're a pretty dashing guy. Lady Chai has a very peculiar sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress while painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layer below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Now's your chance to squeeze in another round of reconnaissance. Go. I will cover your absence should the Chais become suspicious. I doubt they'll be suspicious. Well, we've already been to the understory, but... well, we haven't been there for questing purposes, I suppose. Downstairs we go. Oh, here we go. The Weeping Warbler. That's, it's an interesting name. Oh, what's wrong, lady? Oh, she's cute. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me. Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. If my patron thinks I'm no use to him, then... oh no. I need you to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Thorich. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Oh dear. You don't know the derelicts? It's the mess of shacks and ships right outside Joyous Hall. That's where the apothecary lives, or at least that's what I've heard. So he's outside the city. Alright. Well, we can't exactly let this girl be thrown out, or thrown off the banister. Well, this will give us an opportunity and an excuse to go out into the derelicts and get the Ethernet shards out here, and not to mention speak to some of these rather unfortunate people. God. Life in the derelicts is hard, but when she brings home a box of whatever dessert the Eulmorans have grown tired of, and I make tea, and we sit here together, I don't mind it so much. Oh, that's what's really important. It's how you spend your time, not how you live. I came here looking for my, friend of mine. A bit of a shite town, innit? Yeah? Well? Jeez. "12, 13... ah! Oh dear, you surprised me and I've lost count again. I never was good with numbers. Oh, it's a girl. Whoops. Making the guy's voice. Whose idea was to put me in charge of the supplies? Those are some fine clothes you have there. Who's your supplier? Years of Battle. Man, look at this place. The derelicts is right. Tents for people who can't quite afford to build houses. Or simply don't have the materials. The free citizens discard things without a second thought. I've already found a silk dress and a golden comb here. If I get some matching shoes and grow out my hair, I can probably slip into the city. Oh, there's an idea. She's like almost like a bard. She's kind of cute. I like her. I'm keeping a lookout for anything tossed down from Eulmore that might need saving from the briny deep, like valuables or people. Oh yeah. You know, you'd have to give them a really good throw to make them land on the water. You'd expect they'd land somewhere around here. But look at that. There's some kind of golden facade or something. God, they don't care for it. When you're living a life of abundance, who cares if you just throw out this whole thing, right? The food we get from Eulmore is mainly meal and the produce that isn't pretty enough for the rich to stomach. Combined with fresh fish, though, it makes a damn fine stew. grab that before I forget about it. Hey, you need medicines, tonics, potions? Oh boy. Ah, coughing, hoarse, hard to swallow, feels like something's there, and a sore throat. A portion of meal intended as payment for an apothecary's medicine. A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No, no medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat, and it must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chirps? Oh dear. Oh, your face! You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Gone. A town of nightmares it is. Not for this ship's rat. Oh, no, no. I'm content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my meal. Good day. Oh, jeez. All the old hands, they know. Oh, yes, they know. They just don't like to talk about it. Wouldn't want to upset the status quo. Eulmore's got a dark secret. Oh, you just sell potions. Well, I don't need potions, but thank you. Alright, so instead of going back the way we came, let's take the roundabout way to get this other Aetherite and their Ethernet shard, and also take a look around the derelicts. Lots of discarded objects end up here, some valuable. I figure that if I work the gold from them into something nice, at least one of those Eulmorans will recognize my talent. Ah, an aspiring goldsmith. If only we had a Godbert Manderville here to teach you the ropes. Manderville, man, I wonder where Hildebrand wound up. Seeing those huge ships split into so much firewood merely makes you think, doesn't it? The flood must have been awe-inspiring, even in its own terrible way. Yeah. Oof. What a dreadful thing to see. And who must have lived out there? The city must have been beautiful. A bunny. Oh, if you need directions, I'm afraid I'm not the best person to ask. I but recently come here myself from the Crystarium. I thought I'd see what all the fuss was about. So far, I haven't been able to get in to see the so-called gilded paradise of Eulmore, but it's fine. I can be very stubborn when the situation calls for it. You should have stayed in the Crystarium, I think. Not cut out for hard work, are you? Aw, why are they eating pebbles? Because there's no other food. Oh, she's cute. Poor kid. Man, to even see kids out here. Alright, you have attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Eulmore. Kalusia is now accessible at an Ethernet destination. Right. Ah, some more people. If you're here to speak with Hathenbert, mind your manners. I realize he looks like that, but he's an honorable man, and I won't see him disrespected. Looks like what? He just looks like a homeless guy. You hanging around here for free meal? Don't touch this stuff myself. Tastes like rotten socks. Rotten socks, even. Oh my god. Some people reject the crumbs. At least that particular crumb. They never really did say what it's made out of. When they lay, you can bet that I'll be the first at those eggs. Oh yes, no more going hungry on the days they don't come to serve us meal, not for me. I came to Eulmore looking for a better life, but I've never had much talent for any of the things they're seeking up there. I'm a dab hand at rebuilding shacks now, though, if I do say so myself. Well, everybody finds their place, it's just too bad yours had to be here. Most of the wood and iron you see around the derelicts was scavenged from those old sunken ships. Not the finest of materials, but we've managed well enough so far. So you have. I mean, this place at least looks kind of like a town. Come on. Did you need something? Oh, I've already spoken with you. We're back. Alright, enough fucking around. Let's get back upstairs. Did you get my medicine? So that's it. What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time. I am sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trifling by casting you out into the street. You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Vothry and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it a step too far. No, you would do that for me? Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Ascension? Ah, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them into celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vothry that we learned this truth. It is through Lord Vothry's grace that the free people of Eulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy. Lord Vothry's truly a great man, isn't he? No, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Ascension, huh? If it has anything to do with the Sin Eaters, it can't be good. Well, this place is looking darker and darker by the day. Not even by the day, by the minute. Let's go find Alphino. Oh, look, he's actually painting something. Yes, my love, you're probably right. Oh, dear. Oh, dearest, we really should have found you some new gloves. Oh. Wow, Alphino definitely missed his calling. That's beautiful. 'Tis good to see you back. You were taking so long, I began to worry something had happened. I begun sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chais appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? It's a bit disturbing. So, Lord Vothry boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? It's a bit disturbing to think of, isn't it? I take my eye off you for one moment, and you're chattering away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done, then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphino. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection! A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement! Now fetch a blank canvas and... I say, did that come from above? Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please! A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful. And this man is to face sentencing. That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the Emergent, the level above us where Lord Vothry resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there. We had better not dawdle then. Well, Alphino, I think it's stunning. If you want to see justice being served, stop dawdling and take the Crown Lift up to the Emergent. You will be careful around that malcontent, won't you? I should so hate for you to come to any harm, although I imagine Lord Vothry has the villain well under control. Well, I struggle to think of what, is considered a malcontent here would be so anywhere else, but, well, we'd best go take a look. Joining the crowd up there? Unfortunately, yes. But we need to figure out what's going on in this city.
That's him. That's Vothry.
Oh, God. It's Gabe Newell. Sin Eaters.
He's attended by Sin Eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
God, they're so beautiful. It's too bad they're so monstrous.
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12.
Oh, it's Cassard.
Cassard, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vothry, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society! To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do, but offer the sinner another way to show his contrition?
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Eulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
'Tis true that Cassard won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Eulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
And people call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Eulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could.
Savage.
Can you walk?
Absolute savage.
Did that little worm just insult me?
Oh, you just got that, did you?
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Well, we've sure gotten ourselves into a spot of trouble, haven't we? But we couldn't just stand and watch that. How you holding up, Cassard? Thank you. Again. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again, though it is probably best we leave this island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Eulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Kalusia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Cassard, I have done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused you, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vothry wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I am certain we can find work for you there if you're willing. No, that would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking, learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Eulmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphino! Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphino. Now, I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you've begun. I will speak with Lord Vothry and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I am sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray press me no further. We are leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy, I insist. And I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. Well, for now, we bid Eulmore farewell. We end our little foray into Kalusia where it began. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. While not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vothry and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. This is far from over. I agree, my friend. All we did is close one avenue. There are still many more open to us. Here we are. I am told you and Alphino carried out his scheme to infiltrate Eulmore. I would ask what you thought of its base amusements, but I doubt you were eager to relive the experience. Yeah. It is good to be back among friends. In such company, I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning our next step, I think it best you visit Alice. Her familiarity with Ulmoran will no doubt provide us with invaluable insight. And besides, I know she is eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Foxy. I'd love to. If only every town could share the Crystarium's spirit of independence. Still, I suppose one cannot decide for others what they should and should not deem important. My powers of persuasion have certainly had little effect on the people of Kalusia. Let's see. Your first order of business, okay, yes. We've already heard this. So, only a short trip back to the Crystarium. So we will be heading out to Ulmoran, was it? We'll have to figure out what kind of place that is. Let's get going then. Cassard, we're back. And we've already read this. Alright. A wax-sealed envelope addressed to Cassard. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Ulmoran, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. Yes, let's get going. All set? Then off to the unforgiving sands we go. You now travel to Ulmoran, speak with the adroit Amaro tamer to fly to the desert.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Ulmoran meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
So the flood of light destroyed this nation, as it did so many others. Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisae friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop at Eulmore to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot. I'm off. I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Very good. Let's chat with some people, though. I wish I could go back to the Crystarium to see my daughter once in a while. There's so much to do here, I doubt I'll have the chance anytime soon. How about you, Lorette, or Larot? Before you start perusing the goods, I should point out that they're going to Mordsuk. Not for sale, in other words. That's fine. We have everything we need. Let's head off into the desert, then. This place must be the Ulda of the First. Well, not Ulda, but... what the hell's the desert's name? Thanalan, that's it. My god, I can't believe I fucking forgot. Without Amaro, we'd struggle to transport goods between here and the Crystarium. A lot of the boxes here contain their feed, brushes, and whatnot. Alright. Enough messing around. Let's get going. These armadillos are picking up rocks and crushing them over themselves to do sand baths, I think, which is kind of adorable, not gonna lie. Ooh, we have a very close-by ether current. And that person has the regalia from Final Fantasy XV. That Gigantender is fucking with that dude, so let's kill it. In fact, let's bring it away from the dude who's watching a cutscene. Let's not be that guy. Remember that in Stormblood? Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Ulmoran, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. That? Is it the destroyed wall? Oh yeah. Wow. It's like it's tilted on its side. They built them big, didn't they? That's Cassard Shal, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabatha-Rang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say it was once one of Northrant's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabatha-Rang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days. Not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mord Sook. Let's press on, shall we? Well, these people are nothing if not hardy. Even in the wake of complete annihilation, near complete annihilation I should say, they still keep going. They continue to live with hope. Here we are, Mord Sook. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Well, it must not be so bad. Mord Sook. Not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others, too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you not met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Well, I'm not sure what a Mord is, but... oh. They're the kobolds of this realm. Greetings! Buy something and help me feed my son. He has grown big and strong and is eating me out of house and home. What are you selling? Crystals? That guy. Buying supplies at the right price is a simple enough task. Transporting the damn things, on the other hand, is a different matter entirely. There are a lot of kobolds here. Before we do anything else, we'll grab this aetherite. That would be Gengen. Go on, introduce yourself to Master Gengen. Sure. So this is a Mord. We could say that's a kobold, but we don't want to confuse anyone, and we're not going to say what beady eyes, because we don't want to be rude.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mord Sook.
Sook is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Ulmoran. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Ulmoran by choice, but moored souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the moored dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Maud do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a moored philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Oh dear.
Newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here! Come and look!
You buy, you buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Vobert gold, huh? Must have been another nation. A Vobertite honor seems a bit rich for buying a dented pan or a bowl of worms. Did the Exarch lose to you at cards or something? Oh dear. Run shop is best for eating. Crack your coin purse and gorge on the delicious delicacies. What's a delicacy for a kobold? Sorry, I'm moored. About to find out, I suppose. Welcome to Run's traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Run's wares. You may move the camera as well and zoom in and out. Target a foodstuff and inspect it with left click. Oh boy. Worms. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. Ooh. I mean, when in Rome, and I've had crickets before, they weren't bad. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Sounds mushy and gross. No thank you. This is my ever-burning bounty made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up in chilly desert nights. Oh god. Well, I've had frog legs before. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. God. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose, which to choose? Let's go with the most normal looking one. Actually, no. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let's have the frogs. Chewy skewer it is. Chewy. A quick, easy meal to carry you across the desert. You have the gold? I sure do. And done. One Vobertite honor buys you 65 skewers. Oh my god, 65. That face, though. Every last mouthful? I don't think so. I think I'll share the rest. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for her great generosity and small appetite. Well, at least I've ingratiated myself to the locals. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Oh, Foxy. Keeping the merchandise down, yes. No returns. Look, Foxy, when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. I am honored to have been chosen. Go to Gengen. Let him know that your coin purse has been most decidedly cracked. Yeah, my stomach has too, if Foxy's reaction is any indication. I've never seen anyone eat so much of Ronron's cuisine in one sitting. You've a stronger stomach than I. I was watching from here, Foxy. You honored our custom, and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Ulmoran, we are here to provide. Great. As long as you don't provide the food, I suppose. Cracking the coin purse is only the beginning. We have wares for every occasion, so feel free to spend to your heart's content. Ha ha ha! You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right. Now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Must I, though? Oh well, I guess we're doing some chores in the meantime. Keep away from my private worm stash. Get back, I say. Wait, what? No. This is Bun Bun's private worm stash, not for sale. Oh, okay. So you can be mistaken. Great. I think there's an ether current close by. It's all the way up there. How do I get up there? A very roundabout means, I'm sure. Right, fuck it. I don't really care right now. Alright, we need a table cactus from Thonton, iron ore from Thaltal, Nabatharang Antiques, Mill to be collected from Mull. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Well, here's Thonton. Lift with your legs and not with your back. You came here with Cassard, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please, take your prickly purchase. Mull. Oh, lovely pots. Hey, no touching! That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. What? Cassard sent you? Well, why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no. Nabatharang relics, wasn't it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care. Well, they're a bit more friendly than the kobolds, that's for sure. Probably because they haven't had their fucking land stolen from them by pirates. Oh, let's see. And there was one more. Mill, was it? Full toll, that was it. Now then, what was I doing again? Cassard sent you, did he? Right, yes. Oh, what kind of ore was it again? Iron. Iron ore, of course. I'll explain this box I have here. It's all yours. Why would you want any other kind of ore if you're making weapons and armor? Oh well. Though for playing by Dwarf Fortress rules, if you're making a hammer, you want it to be silver. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Sure have. A collection of goods Cassard ordered from the merchants of Mordsuk. Aye, that's the lot alright. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard. Feels like an age since I saw you. Oh, it's a lady. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It's been a while, but your coming doesn't... but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alice's told me so much about you. You're Foxy, aren't you? I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Foxy's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it'd be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Ulmoran, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Alright, so we won't be stuck here after all. And of course Alice would have regaled people with tales of Foxy. She's like our biggest fan. Whether she'll admit to it or not. I'll be kind. Alice's our rival. Take care with your desert crossing, and good fortune with meeting your friend. I'll be around when you're ready to head back to the Exarch. Perfect. Tesleen. Alice has been desperate to see you, Foxy, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. Sounds good to me. Let's go and find Alice. But we're going to have to do that in the next episode. Yes, it is that time, my friends. So, in the meantime, my name is Foxy Games. I hope you're enjoying yourselves here in Shadowbringers. In the next episode, let's go and meet up with Alice. I'm sure she's worried about us. So, take care, everyone. Until the next time. Bye.